Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good morning, everybody. Afternoon. I said morning. Wow. It's definitely not morning. As always, everybody, please do follow my IG. Pin the link below, and also we're gonna start doing giveaways soon. So turn on that notification on that bell so you don't miss the post. The last thing you want to do is miss when I do the giveaway and be like, oh, I didn't see it, now dead. Once everybody gets here, I'll give a nice friendly reminder to everybody, as always. Wouldn't want you to miss it. I'm using my monomer with chisel. And I'll be using 137 and 160, doing an ombre, powder marbling. Also using 121 with the powder marbling. Let's start with the ombre first. That's a beautiful ombre color right there. And I'll use my 10 brush. All my brushes some of them are actually back in stock right now. If you guys can catch them, I restocked a few of them that have been left over. So let's get started here with the ombre. First, I'm gonna do my base bead. And if you're watching, hey Kelly, how are you? Student of mine. And if you're just joining in, please do follow the Instagram below, the pinned link, Now That Studios. Thank you for the support, and also make sure you hit that notification, the bell on top, and slide over see post first, that you don't miss the giveaway coming up this week, okay? We're gonna be giving away some products here. Hopefully some monomer. Look at that buttery powder, okay? This monomer makes every powder buttery. Fortunately, after this batch of monomer, the price of monomer has gone up. The company has reached out to me. They can't honor the price anymore, so it might go up a few dollars. I apologize, guys. But this monomer is actually pretty decently priced. I try to go as low as I could. But if they go up the price, I have to go up by a few dollars to keep my profit margin. Supply and demand. Ugh. Raw materials. So make sure that I'm gonna get this first bead nice and even. It's very important that we get this, because you gotta remember, this bead right here reflects on our ombre. As in that this bead, if it's more even, the ombre is gonna blend better. If it's not even, the ombre is not gonna blend as good. And make sure you turn that notification on the Instagram, okay? When that giveaway hits, you wanna be the first, or you wanna actually see it. So I'm gonna test this first. I'm gonna do my blend bead. It's a nice nude here. Let's see how this looks on here. And please, I do appreciate you guys share. Sharing is caring. People might really want to see this. Okay. Look at that nude. That's that nice ombre. Now I'll do my cuticle bead. I already got my blend bead. I will be capping this to protect the blend. There's my ombre. Don't tell me you're the one who put the angry face. What? I really want to be a nail pro. Can you? The black and white will come back soon. I'll announce it when it does. So there's our ombre. So now we know we like the ombre. We make sure ombre is consistent, okay? So we're doing most of the hands ombre, and some of the hands gonna be powder marbling. I think 2 of these fingers, right?
Yeah.
Let's do our ombres first, get it out of the way. Give it a 3-second rule. Push my powder over. This green is pretty, huh? Nice minty, kind of pastel green, right? I'll be working today and tomorrow, and then I'll be in Chicago for Monday and Tuesday. I'll be leaving on Sunday, set up for the class, teach my Chicago class. When I'm in Chicago, I will be announcing West Coast classes. So like I said, you guys, please announce it on Facebook and Instagram. And like I said, Facebook does not show you everything. So if you don't have those notifications turned up, you might miss the post. Yes, classes do fill up fast. Atlanta and Connecticut classes almost filled. I'll probably close those down by the end of the month here. My hand's so slippery from these gloves. Can't even hold on to these new gloves are having dust particles making my hands all slippery. So I'll be doing my ombre with an ombre bead. I'll place it right where that harsh line is. So I know that if I do the same spot, it definitely gonna have the same blend. You want our ombre to be consistent. Once it becomes a nice medium, I would drag it. So our blend is gonna be the same as over here, okay? You need ombre to look the same. Now we'll do a cuticle bead. See that? Now both blends are the same. Very important, the ombre. We who are African, how can you're in Africa, you definitely have to come over to the United States if you want to be in part of the class. My classes are in person in the United States. So I don't know if you're able to travel international. I don't think that'd be practical. I don't do online classes, I'm sorry. They're in-person classes. Yes, my Houston class was already past March. But ATL is pretty close to Texas. A lot of my Texas students are going to the Atlanta class. Connecticut for all my people that missed out. New York, the New York area, and Atlanta for everybody that missed out in Texas. I think that's reasonable, right? Didn't go too far away. You finally tried it? She's good. Did you use it with my monomer, Jacqueline? I can't wait for Wave Gel to send their new stuff to me.
Starting to burn.
No way.
This one. Yep.
How? You must be really sensitive. Not too bad. It's only when it's super intense, let me know.
Yeah. I was waiting for the...
No, it wasn't. You'd feel it. It was stingy. It's just trying to dry, that's all. So we'll be encapping this blend a little bit. Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone. So now we do our powder marbling. I want to see how this will look together. I think I want to do the mint green and the white together, honestly. No, because there's already white in it. Yeah. Do it nice and thin so later I can cap this with clear. Really? Is it burning?
Not that bad.
Yeah.
At least it was only 2 fingers this time.
Give me a slight marble here. Later I'm gonna use gel marbling and do on top of this. And the top will bring this out. So nice. Ooh, that's so nice. It's like almost like a mint. You know, you remember those mints, those like aspen ones, the small thin ones? Blow on it. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this mint and do the ombre again. Actually, I'm gonna do the powder marbling. I didn't want this. I'll do the powder marbling first. Just get this to put away my white. I let this powder just run down on its own. But I still gotta shape it. It's okay, but it's a little bit uneven because we know we gotta do clear later too, okay? We have to clear cap it. want to use the brush too much because you don't want to blend the colors too much. I want a little bit of a marbling effect. This is a very light color, so it gives me like a minty look. I want to do it thin as possible so that I can have room for my clear cap. Last thing I want to do is put too thick. If I do it too thick, then I won't have any room for clear cap. So my nails will be way too thick once I cap it with the clear. And I want to be able to cap with enough clear that I'll be able to drill and not have to worry about this powder getting messed up. So we'll be putting a little bit of gel marbling on top of this in white too. That's why I don't want the white to be too loud because it'll clash with my harsh lines later. So I want a muted white, so I just want to use a 121. It's an off-white or milky white from Chisel. If I zoom in, you guys can see the marbling effect. See that? Later on when the top coat comes, it will definitely show through. And I'll save the capping for later when I'm finished with everything else. Hey, Tasha. Hello. Thank you, Melise, for the stars. Thank you, Felicia Spears, for the stars. You guys are great. Morning, Jennifer Land. So now we'll be back to doing the ombre. Of course, the first bead. There are some brushlets left in stock, not the 10s though. So you guys want to grab those. Now's the time. Those that missed it, they're back. I shipped everything out. Everything is shipped out, over 500 brushes, and we had some leftovers. So they put those back up. I'm bringing some to my Chicago class, so. Nail.shop.com. Wait, did I not pin? Oh my God. Did I could have sworn I pinned my comment earlier. Guess I didn't. Sorry, guys. I'll be giving away some stuff, so that's why I'm pinning the comment, making sure you guys follow the nailstudios.com. Nail Studio Instagram, that's where I'm posting it this week. You guys will be able to catch that if you turn off the notifications. Please do turn off the notifications to see my posts, because you may miss it. Because just because you're following me doesn't mean that Instagram is going to allow you to see my posts. A lot of people missed out on my last giveaway because of that. Okay, it's a little bell over my name. When you go to my account, there's a little bit bell. You turn off the bell, see the posts first, see live, whatever. Pull everything over, and you should be good. So now I'm just doing my ombre, make sure the same position as my other finger, so it's nice and even. Main thing about ombres is consistency. I'm doing a 3-beaded ombre. Basically, I do the blend bead first, then the cuticle bead. Just gives me a little bit more time to work with the cuticle and with the blend. No shame in that, as long as your ombre comes out looking amazing. Just like that. See that, guys? Ain't that hard. A lot of people ask me, what's the trick to ombre? There it is. Just showed you. You watch it over and over again to your heart's content. Thank you, Tandy. How you been? Tandy, every time I see you post cakes, I'm just like, wow. It's good?
It got stuck. No, that's fine.
Stuck on what?
On my finger. I thought it did, but it didn't.
You drive me crazy, girl.
I know. It's too early.
I already got a long day, okay? Do the same thing over again. What this does is this ensures that my ombre are all consistent. What do I mean by consistent? Means they're all the same blend, the same spot. The worst thing you can do with ombre, if you don't have your ombre consistent, basically is higher here, lower here. That's not a well executed ombre. Ombre is you have to be very meticulous when it comes to ombre, okay? You can't just think that you're gonna blend everything different. If a person that it really differentiates you between other people, as long as you know how to position your ombre, make sure that everything is consistent. That means you show a lot of mastery of your craft. So make sure that when you do ombre, the main thing is powder control, the ability to know when the powder is ready to move. You move it too soon, it'll bleed. Move too late, it dries up. So yes, beginners would not be doing ombres. Beginners be doing application, 2 beading until they're getting used to the application process, then they'll be starting doing ombre, okay? That's just my recommendation, so you don't start where you don't have the skill set yet. Do the ombre, you might be struggling, okay? Why do you think the nail come off after a couple of days? Do my nail acrylic, the whole nail comes off. You're not prepping your nail beds properly, and you're probably not sealing in the cuticle. If you're doing your own nails, most likely you've probably been doing nails on yourself, and you're self-taught, and you've probably just been in the industry. Maybe you've probably been testing it out, doing it for what, a couple months, maybe less than a year. So you probably don't have the proper technique on prepping and maybe cuticle work, all that is needed to keep the nails on. And that's why it's popping off in a few days. They start to lift, wear and tear, and then it pops off. Prepping and cuticle work is very important. And you're probably putting the tips on way too high also. I'm just saying this under the assumption that I'm going to assume that you've just started doing nails and that you're doing your own nails. Because for those that work on clients already, have clientele, they definitely know what's going on before they start working on clients. Because working on yourself and it pops off, you're not going to complain. But with a client, if this happens, you have to compensate them. Most nail techs will definitely get to that stuff to a level where they don't have to deal with that before they start taking and paying clients. But if I'm wrong, I don't mean to offend. I'm just reading your comment and just giving you the best advice I can. Even that techs that are working on clients, nails are still falling off. So as a beginner, you're definitely gonna run the issue in the beginning phases of doing nails. That's just normal. Okay, so we are done with all the powder. What we're gonna do is put everything away. Once again, that was a chisel. What? What?
Scratched them.
Are you serious with me? Don't point at me like something I did.
No, I said I did.
Yeah, but you pointed at me like I did something.
Oh no.
I was like, girl.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna clean my brush. Then I'm gonna go right into the clear. And I should have a chisel up there somewhere. There it is. Huh? I guess I don't have a chisel clear on me. Alright, I'll just use this clear here. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to encapsulate my ombre to protect my blend. So I'm just going to be encapsulating here. And this is time when you can actually put in some structure in your nails if you need a bigger apex or whatever. This is a good time for you to put that in, okay? You don't have to put it in with the other stuff. Remember, clear is going to be very runny. Work slow, take your time. But however much clear you put on is how much you can drill off. So make sure you don't go too ham on the drilling and the buffing process. Usually I do just enough. So this allows me to protect my ombre so that I don't accidentally drill it off. My time has gone down since last night I watched you live. Thank you, FPS and everything. You're welcome, Lex, and I really appreciate all your support on my products. Like I said, all these videos are free for you. And support those who supports you, right? Yeah, that is small business. All those big companies I'm just so happy to hear that you've increased your timing just from watching me. That means that it works, guys. Just keep watching, keep sharing. Follow my IG. Comment on my content, please. That's the one way you can support me. If I'm always consistently putting these content out for you every day, if you want to support me, definitely follow the IG, share, comment, bookmark my content. That helps the creator, helps my exposure get out there more, help more people. I would appreciate that. I think that's a small price to ask in return, right? And I always appreciate all the support in the community. It's growing so much. So even this one I'm capping clear, remember? Because I'm gonna drill it. I don't want to drill into my marble. I'm gonna cap this in clear. I'll hold this bead a little bit longer. I know it's gonna be a little bit runny. Just like that. Just like how I do a 2 bead. That's why we did this green really, really thin. Because we don't know how much we need to do for this part, you know? The last thing you want to do is do it thicker and then a cap and then be even thicker and thicker. Want a nice consistency, okay? Hold for about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And every time you use clear, make sure you clean your brush really good. I am excited that the store actually has some extra brushes left. I'm gonna take one tomorrow. I definitely need a new brush. This brush is almost a year old. Oh my goodness. This 10 brush wants to retire so bad. I wanna throw my brushes at a retirement party. I'm serious, y'all. Look at this mint color that mixed with the white. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? The color. It's like something you could eat. Like a melon marble. Capping my... You see how I place it right where the blend is? That's where you need to protect it the most. So of course you're gonna place it there. And blend it upward. I don't want too much of a bulge. I want it to slope in, okay? There we go. One hand down. Isn't that pretty? I'll give myself some more monomer here. Shit, before I do that, I'm gonna throw away this old monomer. It's getting dingy.
Okay, that was you. That wasn't me.
Oh my goodness. I hate you.
But the bottom. It's just not ready.
Oh my goodness. I'm going through these 8 ounces. I probably need to get some more monomer soon. Let's finish up here. It's good to work with fresh monomer sometimes with clear, because your monomer is contaminated from the pigment, so you never know. And it makes the clear harder to work with. You ever see that feel like sticky? And you're like, I'm just gonna get through it. No, don't. Just throw it out, because it's gonna make your work a lot more harder, and it's not worth it. Okay, just throw out the monomer when it gets out sticky consistency. There's no point of saving it. Trust me. Been there, done that. Try to stick through, and it's just horrendous. Nothing you can do. Whenever you use powder acrylic and see the cuticle, always go back and reapply color again. Why would you? Hold on, what? That's a long one. It's definitely a question for the Q&A. Let me read that again. I'm confused. Hold on, guys. Let me read this again. Whenever I use color powder and seal the cuticle, I always go back to reapply color again. How can I change that? I do clear the bottom and top as well. I don't work that way. Only reason why you're seeing me capping is because I'm doing powder marbling. If I'm doing a solid color, I'm never capping. I'm never putting clear on the bottom. This powder that I'm using is perfect powder. Like, it's mixed perfectly. I don't need to cap. I'm only capping because I don't want to drill off my ombre. I don't want to drill into my powder marbling. If I was doing a solid color, I would just do just the color. I don't do a clear on the bottom nor on the top. I don't drill acrylic down to do refills with color. If you want a different color, you're either going to soak off, because the time it takes me to drill, the same amount of time it'll take me to soak off. I'd rather do a fresh set than work over some old stuff and put layers and layers of different color on there. But that's just how I work, and my clients know that. I mean, it may be different for you. I know a lot of people do fills like that, and they do put clear on the bottom. I just think it's a little bit unnecessary, to be honest with you. You really don't need to do that, but that's just my preference. It takes more time. Like I said, it's always preference based on the tech. When I go to seal the drill off the cuticle, it looks like it's a bad paint job. Yeah, because you're over drilling, because the pigment, the color you're putting on is too thin, because you're depending on the capping. So when you drill and you drill out the pigment, the clear is not going to help you give a color to it. So the pigment gets drilled off and you have a missing pigment layer, then yeah, that's definitely what happened. Hold on, I got a little bit here. That's why I don't do that method right there. Here, I have my pigment is 100% of my nail when I do a full set color powder. I don't have to worry about drilling off the pigment. And that's not to say that my method is the best and the other people are doing it wrong. It's just the preference of how I like to work. I don't like to drill. That's why that's probably why I don't need a dust collector. That makes sense why people need dust collectors. I don't drill powder. It's just too much work. It takes too much time. A quick soak, same amount of time, and I'll be able to get a fresh set instead of having layers and layers of color. It possibly won't look as good. Yeah, I can soak off as fast as I want to drill down acrylic powder, so I'm doing the same thing, except I'm just soaking, drilling, except they're just drilling dry and dry acrylic. probably cover that in a lot of my Q&As and people ask me. I think that's the one thing that the most asked question when I first started doing live, and when people didn't know how it worked, and when they saw me do color acrylic, they always asked me, why are you capping that? Wish everything was all in stack at once. Give him the picture. I'm so sorry, Sophia. Like, seriously, this whole month, everything's gonna be back in stock. And you know what? For all of you guys, I'm gonna, once everything's back in stock, I'll do a quick sale. We'll make it back up. It is how it is, man. You soak off in a wet bowl, cotton loom foil. Yeah, either way. Cotton loom foil method, if my client needs to do a pedicure, soak them in a bowl if they don't. Sometimes my client comes in earlier and my staff soaks it off for me, and then I come in and I do their nails. They wrap it. This brush is, oh my God, lasts me forever. It needs to retire. It deserves a retirement party. Here we go. We're gonna go to shaping, which is gonna be fairly quick. A few strokes of the hand filer. And I reshaped with my acrylic brush. So my shaping is relatively fast. Just like that. I have a nice, good old coffin. You don't want to over shape, you don't want to file, okay? The more you shape and file, the more it goes away. Okay, it's a clear part there. This hand file for me is not for shaping, it's for cleaning up my shape. Majority of my shaping is through my application, so really don't have to worry about that much. You can see I go pretty quick. Probably 5 minutes total in shaping time. People spend 20-30 minutes. I don't know how, but I know if you spend 20-30 minutes shaping, you're gonna actually mess up your shape more likely. Go. There you guys have it. That's the shaping process. Not too bad. Thank you, Teresa Wilcox. The stars, thank you, Tangy Brown McMillan. And this is how you speed up your sets through your application. The time that you usually took shaping has been cut down to about 15-20 minutes, right? You work the same? Awesome. You work the same, you get that efficiency. I like to use the word efficiency over speed, because I think speed is one of those things where you kind of, I don't like to be known for like a verb, speed, being fast. I like to be known to be efficient. Being efficient has a better ring to the ear than being fast, right? Hey, my nail tech's fast. Oh, hey, my nail tech's efficient. Oh, the word efficient just makes it sound so professional. I would love a set so much, but everything is closed down. Oh, really? Where are you at that's closed down? I didn't even know people are getting the vaccine pumping. Don't worry, y'all. Vaccine's pumping out. What state are you in that's closed? I didn't know that any state in the United States is closed yet. Still closed. Oh, Canada? Yeah. Canada's not really a state, yeah. I'm sure Canada will be closed. Ooh, love me a good coffin, I'm telling you. Coffin and ombre, you cannot get any better than that. That's like the go-to. It's like you have a bad day, coffin and ombre. Having a bad day, coffin and ombre. That's my new saying. I'm gonna quote that. Having a bad day, coffin and ombre. An ombre a day keeps the doctor away. Thank you so much. What's up, Marisol? How are you? Ooh, baby. Just the crispness of the shape. Oh my God. I love me a mint fresh. I love the mint fresh. Oh, mint set you did. Yeah, thank you. Now I'm gonna use my unique custom no-dad drill bit. This is a 5-in-1 sharp, fine crosscut, and this is when I do the cuticle work. Yeah, having a bad day, get your ombre. That sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and clean out this cuticle area. And even some of this out. You need to relax your finger. Unless we trying to, I will win. I'm the one drilling. You want to keep your nails nude and green or red? Remember, we have that clear we capped with earlier, so we can afford to drill a little bit into it. But don't go too crazy now. Remember, you can over drill, and that should eat into that clear. The last thing you want to do is drill off your ombre, okay? So be very light-handed. And there we have it, baby. What's up, Lakeisha? Do I see? I consider this a long, medium, long. Medium be a little bit shorter than this. This would be a long. I consider XL would be a full tip length. A little long on this would be like the full tip of this would be called XL. Oh, you bought it yesterday? Hey, I'm telling you, man, this bit, it'll take you to the moon and back. It's amazing. Other side. Bathroom? Yeah. Not putting too much pressure. My main goal is to flush the cuticle area. That's what I'm gonna do. Even out some uneven surfaces. Remember, we put the clear over this, so it should be good. A little bit of a bump there. Smooth. That's what I needed. Cuticle is very important. This is when you stop the lifts, okay? When this curls out, it's not gonna lift because I'm flushing it right down to the cuticle area. Now you guys say my nails are popping off. This is why. This is why right here. You're probably not doing this. I guarantee you're not doing this. Your nails are popping off in 2 days. This and prepping. Oh, I forgot this is where that spot was I hit earlier. You need to relax. Child, I'm gonna cut your ass and you're not gonna like that. You know this is sharp. All my stuff is sharp. Nothing is worn out, okay? Well, it's worn out, but still sharp. It's definitely sharper than your skin. So battle with this cuticle bit and your skin, I would win. Just relax. Don't even look what I'm doing. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Every time I'm drilling through your cuticles. Close your eyes right now. Or I'll cut your ass. Damn, y'all, she fell asleep. I sang to her and she fell asleep. I love how animated you are. Relax you. Am I animated? Yeah. Maybe y'all gotta watch me for an hour, at least be entertained. Good job as always. Ooh, I haven't seen you in a long Assyria. I haven't seen you in a long time. What have you been up to? Busy? Felt like a ghost from the past. Just received my blue sharp bit from you. I love it. I did cut my client with it. It is sharp, okay, but it does work really good. You'll get better at it. Get a little more control, and this is a mistake. But that shit is nice, huh? Go slow, okay? And if you're a beginner and you want to use these bits, I have the safety version of it, okay? Get both of them. Pretty affordable. I've been super busy with football and both kids. Ooh, I feel you. I feel you. Get in these corners. It's these corners right here that'll lift a lot. Most of the time you guys miss these corners right here. Because you're scared to cut people because you're going around the corners. Position yourself where you're comfortable. Reposition the client's hands. Remind them how sharp your tool is. And also remind them if I cut you, it's an accident. Or the fact that you didn't relax, so it's your fault. If it's your fault, it's an accident. If it's the client's fault, it means they're not relaxed, okay? Leave it at that. Everybody's a winner. I blame my clients all the time whenever I cut them, to be honest with you. I've never actually blamed myself. I don't think I should blame myself. I'm the one doing the nails. Easy to blame them though. You're like, ah, it's when you looked at that squirrel. That's why I cut you. What squirrel? Exactly. I have a couple of the safety bits I'm comfortable with. Yeah, the first time I used the sharp bit to custom skin. I love how it cleaned the kill. Yeah, the safety bits I like because I actually make them exactly the same way as the sharp bit. So once you get used to the safety bit, you actually have more control of it, and you'll be able to use the sharp bit a little bit easier. Okay, kind of train yourself up. So I mean, they're exactly the same thing. It's just they're safetied, and that's the reason why I do it like that. Yeah, they're pretty good at shipping. Usually within the day or 2 days. Sometimes even that same day, depending on what time you order. These colors are pretty. Ooh, we're almost finished here. Right after this, I'm gonna put some white gel marbling on here. Put some nice top coat and bada bing, bada bang. Ooh, my top coat and matte top coat almost here, guys. I cannot wait to show you guys the awesomeness. I ordered one for my daughter, and both now 10. So you can wait, try to. Oh, you'll love the 12. Oh, yay, Miss Sally, you actually got one. Yeah, we put some up yesterday because we had some leftover after we shipped everything out. The only reason why I put it on sold out because we had almost 500 orders at within 2 hours. So I didn't want it to be oversold and people didn't get it. So I put it on sold out just so we can ship everything out and see what our final count are. But we were able to put on some back up in stock yesterday, so. There we go. This is what you call cuticle work, okay? For those of you guys are confused what you're working, I'm doing the cuticle work. I'm working around the cuticles. Now, these are like our caps right now. We have to do a little bit extra work, but it's okay. Just make sure you get it nice and smooth, okay? Because later we have to do some marbling on here. Some gel marbling, some quartz marbling. I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna love it. And just because this looks nice and clean does not mean I don't go through the cuticle area and flush it. That's why when your application, if you flush the cuticle up really nice, it's less work for you to drill the cuticle out. See that? Now, if you have a lot of flooded acrylic, yes. You might have to drill a lot out, and you might, you know, the longer you stay in the cuticle area, the more chance you get to cut the client. So don't do that. Cuticle. And we're finishing up here, and we're gonna buff, clean underneath, and then buff, and then we're gonna do our gel marbling on top of that powder marbling. We should be good to go. Yes, show you guys the final product. fluff. Finish up some quick crisping up and have the client wash their hands. I'm gonna grab a gel machine. You guys give me like a few seconds and I'll show you guys how to do the finishing touches. I'm gonna do a little bit of white gel marbling, coarse marbling on there. Wash your hands. Oh God. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little matte top coat on top of these two powder marble ones. That's where I'm gonna do the marbling. Quick mat it. Very thin. I want a smooth surface. Go ahead. I'm gonna take some white gel polish. Where's my white gel polish? There it is. Put it on this palette. And I will take my art brush. Switch. And I'll take my flat brush. Where's my flat brush? Hello, flat brush. There it is. I'll give it a little blend. It's a little hard. Give it a quick dab here. Soften it up. Same over here. I change it up a little bit. I don't like to do the same marbling. Go ahead. Now for the fun part. Let's bring everything to life. With the top coat. Top coat always makes the set just pop. Oh, that blend. What can you do is stop your gel polish from peeling, proper curing, and it could be your gel polish. You're probably painting too thick also. That's why your polish is actually not curing properly because it's too thick. That's why it's peeling off. It's just polishing techniques. You have to just practice your polishing a little bit more. And the majority of the time when top coat, any gel polish is peeling, you're just painting way too thick. So basically the curing is not curing it properly. Okay. And there we go, guys. Let's give her some cuticle love with the cuticle oil. Ooh, there's a lot of cuticle. Of course, for you guys that are beginners, once you put on cuticle oil, you can always take it off, okay? Don't leave it on because if you haven't done proper cuticle work, it will seep into those edges and it'll cause lifting, okay? Put it on, get it moisturized, and just remove it. I know a lot of you guys just like to lob a bunch of cuticle on there. I would not recommend that if you haven't done proper cuticle work. Because if you have a little gap here and there, a little crevice or something that you didn't get from the cuticle work, flush down, that oil is just gonna go right up in there, make yourself at home, and within a couple of days, you'll have some lifting. Hey, yeah, come on. ombre with a little bit of marbling and gel marbling. Both hands. There you guys go. Pretty nice spring-ish color. Look at that. Consistent ombres. You see what I mean? Consistent ombres means it blends the same spot. Okay, not higher, not lower. Camera's too close, really? You can't see the nails? How about now? Cuticle work, okay guys? Flush those cuticles so it won't lift. Alright guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Maybe I'll have one more live for you tonight. Bye. Thank you for the stars.